This is a video that was recorded ahead of time, so if there's any new news regarding any of the communities that are part of the links that are listed down below, I do not have any new news about that, and I feel really bad saying that I don't have any new news, especially if there is stuff going on. But keep checking out the links down in the description. Any of those will provide information and ways to help about the communities that need our help, especially as white allies, so don't forget to keep checking out those links. I'm gonna apologize now. I am overheating and my allergies are kicking my ass today, so this video might be extra choppy compared to other ones, even though I feel like all my videos are edited choppy. Anyway, we're doing another episode of Animal Crossing lore because I was supposed to do another episode of that a while ago. It's been a couple months since the Tom Nook episode. If you haven't watched that, please go watch it because Tom Nook slander is not allowed, and all these new people that are involved with New Horizons have a lot of slander, and I will fight for Tom Nook until my dying breath. So this episode we're going to be talking about specifically Town Hall in Animal Crossing games and like the evolution of Town Hall and the history of Town Hall, because that ends up being a huge part of every single Animal Crossing game, whether you know, you realize it or not. Town Hall becomes the hub of pretty much everything. Like, you branch off and do other things, but Town Hall is where everything begins. And it's really cool, and I think it's like a good sense of community in the game. So let's get into the history of Town Hall. So Town Hall doesn't even exist in Animal Crossing for the GameCube, which I believe is the first Animal Crossing game. I'm such a fake fan because I don't even know for sure if that's the first Animal Crossing game. But Town Hall is not in Animal Crossing on the GameCube. It's actually the wishing well and the post office, and those are the two areas that you do pretty much everything in town. But when it shows up in Wild World, which I believe is also for the GameCube, is it for the GameCube? I don't know. I'm a fake fan. But in Wild World, when Town Hall like appears and becomes like the central hub for pretty much everything, it replaces both of those. So you're given it's always like an ATM. They call it different things, but you're given like a little ATM to put your bells into your bank and to also donate to any of the things that need donating, which is a common thing. Or you go to Lloyd, which is the little gyroid, and they do this, and they have like soulless faces, and they're kind of scary. I never once had one of those in my house when they offered it. I never once, because I couldn't. But you have the little ATM. You have a way to deliver letters now, which I forgot how to do it in City Folk. I can't believe I forgot, because now you do it from the airport in New Horizons, but I believe in past games I don't remember if it was just like a little mail slot or if you had to talk to somebody to do it. I believe you had to talk to somebody. And you have the recycle bin, which you also have in New Horizons, but it's like slightly different, where you can just take items that other people have put in there and you can sell them or use them yourself. And you also, Town Hall in Wild World and then City Folk was where Tortimer was, and Tortimer was the mayor in past games. We love that little man. And we had Pelly and Phyllis, which I will be talking more about Pelly and Phyllis probably in a separate video, because I want to do videos about like specific NPCs. So Pelly and Phyllis and Tortimer will probably be talked about more. But those are some people in City Folk that were there at the Town Hall. And Town Hall is the place where you go, you talk to the mayor, you do a lot of like interactions at the Town Hall specifically, because like I said, it's the central hub. Anytime there's a celebration of any sort in the older games, it happens at Town Hall, like right in the little like square, basically. Like when new buildings are built, obviously you go to that building, and when you travel with friends, you go to the different ways of traveling, which will also be in a video, look out for that. But Town Hall is pretty much like the big thing that happens. And of course there's a notice board outside where you know about bug-offs, you know about the fishing tourneys, you know about anybody's birthdays, any special announcements. It all happens at Town Hall. So then Town Hall there, you have, you know, all that important stuff going on. But then in New Leaf, you became the mayor, which I think is really cool. And again, Tortimer is the mayor, and I will touch more on his history in his own video, but you become the mayor, and Tortimer retires in New Leaf. So it's pretty cute, because that is the first time Isabelle gets introduced. And Isabelle at this point is absolutely fucking iconic, but can you believe she had no involvement in Town Hall until New Leaf? And when did New Leaf came out? Was it 2012? Oh my god, hold on, let me look. New Leaf did come out in 2012. Oh my god, that makes me feel really old. So Isabelle did not exist in the Animal Crossing universe until 2012, if you didn't know that. And she is absolutely iconic, and she is most well known as the girl who works at Town Hall and is your assistant, and now it's called Resident Services, but Isabel is absolutely iconic and she handles everything, but before Isabel it was Pelly and Phyllis. So I definitely have to do a video about them because they deserve the Isabel recognition. But yeah, Isabel was first introduced in there, and she is your assistant in Town Hall, and that's the first time that you ever get to have as much control in the Animal Crossing games as you do was in New Leaf, because you become the mayor, you decide certain town ordinances, which one of them is like early bird, like keep it clean, night owl. Oh, and I forgot the other one, but all of those had like different kind of effects on your game. I didn't really ever notice them, but maybe they were just so good that that's why I didn't notice them. I think the keeping it clean one was that like rare flowers had like a better chance of spawning, so I think that was the one I used, and I liked that one a lot. But yeah, you were the mayor, and the bulletin board moved from Town Hall to the train station. But Town Hall was still, like, Isabel still let you do the town tune, the town flag. And she gave you any information that, like, villagers, like, about your town rating, obviously, so in case you got, like, a 5-star town. I almost said island, but it was a town back then. In case you got a 5-star town, you got to enact the ordinances, you got to build, like, infrastructure. Like, you would go, because people would come to you and ask to either build things on Main Street, which was part of New Leaf, or they would ask to get, like, land plots, and you got to pick where those were for the cafe, and I believe Nook's Cranny, I think, yeah. No! New Leaf didn't have Nook's Cranny. What was in town? Oh, Able Sisters, and I wore purple today from my Able Sisters makeup palette, and I can't believe I forgot about the Able Sisters. But the cafe and Able Sisters were in town, and no, they weren't! Oh my god! Yeah, people would come to you for, like, plots of land, so it was the cafe, and it was retail, which was the, like, first time we saw customization in Animal Crossing 2, which was super cool. But even on Main Street, because you got, like, a little Main Street section, and people came to you as mayor in the town hall to be like, hey, I want to build this on Main Street. So it was super cool, because it was, like, the first time you really got to, like, take charge of your town in that way. And as mayor, you know, you had different interactions just with villagers and stuff, because people were, like, super interested in what you were doing with the town that they lived in. And there was a tree in, like, the little town center. And the town center, I was lucky enough that both times I started a new town on New Leaf was right next to my town hall, or, like, right below it. And sometimes they were separate, and I didn't like that for other people. But for myself, I liked that I got my town hall pretty close. And in the town center, there was a tree that as the new mayor, you got to plant in the center of town. And it was beautiful, because then if you sat at the edge of the tree, you got, like, a history of your town. And every year on, like, the anniversary, Isabel would send you a clock that was shaped like a tree. So that was super cool. And now Town Hall has turned into resident services, which I'm not mad at. As somebody who's played past Animal Crossing games, I don't hate that. I think it's a very interesting, like, fresh take on it, especially because New Horizons really kind of switched up the formula of a lot of, like, I want to say Animal Crossing rules. Like, if you play, like, Legend of Zelda games, you kind of know what I mean, where it's not, like, a definite thing, but there are, like, kind of rules and, like, expectations for each Zelda game that comes out. So same thing with Animal Crossing. There were certain, like, rules and expectations that New Horizons as a whole just blew out of the water. So now that we have resident services, it's very different, but it's also basically the same. Because Tom Nook has been directly involved with Town Hall or completely separate from Town Hall over the, like, course of the games. And now he's back in the middle of resident services. If anything, he's the one who builds town services from the ground up with your assistance. Isabel is back, and Isabel got called in. Isabel wasn't there from the beginning. She gets called in, which is completely different from her previous appearance in New Leaf. And it has the same kind of elements. You do the town tune, your town flag, you get information about what the villagers think of the town so that you can get a 5-star island. Tom Nook handles your mortgage and certain projects like bridges and everything. There's the recycling bin, and there's the, what is it? It's the ABD. Automatic Bell Dispenser. Is that what it's called in all the games? It's the ABD. So it's really cool that Resident Services is basically Town Hall, but also slightly different, because the way Resident Services is run is very centered on the way Island Life runs, which compared to other games is extremely different. So yeah, resident services, it's not necessarily a good thing, it's not necessarily a bad thing. I personally don't mind it at all. I know some people don't agree with that, and they liked the way Town Hall was structured before, because in New Leaf too, you controlled the bridges and things like that. Tom Nook had no control over that whatsoever because he had just his housing business with another fellow with the Happy Home Academy, which was different from the games previous to that because he controlled pretty much everything. And now you had your chance to do it, and now Tom Nook's in charge of it again. So it's a little weird, but I still love it and I think it's cute. So yeah, I hope that one was a little more informative than the Tom Nook one, but I kind of like the history of between Plumbella and Zeltic, who do the histories of things and myths and theories of different games, two of my other favorite game series, which is Sims and The Legend of Zelda. I thought it would be cute to kind of be the Animal Crossing person who gives you the history of Town Hall and gives you little, tidbits and things like that, and just gives you opinions and maybe some tips and tricks. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed. If you're excited for Animal Crossing lore, please be excited because I have, I think, a video a month for the next couple months. I'm not going to do 2 a month. I might, but I plan on doing more Animal Crossing lore because it is something I very much enjoy, and it makes me kind of get more on top of my videos because between just work and stuff and life lately, I've been really struggling behind on my videos. The day I'm filming this video, I was up until midnight last night editing the video that went up last week. So, essentially the video that went up on the 4th, the night of the 3rd, I was up till midnight trying to edit because I've just been kind of slacking and falling behind. That doesn't mean I don't like making videos, it just means need to get back in the game. So anyway, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching again. I will see you in the next video. Bye! I need to do my research ahead of time because I have my phone off to the side and I hope you can't see me constantly looking over to it. I forget that I have to do research for these videos. I'm sorry.